If the euro remains weak, will that undermine, if there is an effort, and obviously they dispute that, if there is an effort to keep the dollar down, to expand exports, yes, a weak euro will obviously undermine that. I mean, in a way, we compete much more against Europe and Japan than we do against China. We have a lot of trade with China, but in terms of head-to-head competition, what they make and what we make, it's really much more Europe and Japan. So that is an issue in terms of us getting our exports going. The other thing I'd say is I think there's a certain amount of I don't know, hypocrisy or whatever in the G20, because they've been saying for years, those countries, that the U.S. needs to have more balanced growth. We shouldn't be running these huge trade deficits. We should be importing less and exporting more. Well, how are we going to do that? Okay, well, there are some domestic things we need to do in terms of our budget deficits and all of that. But ultimately, that's going to have to happen through a realignment of the exchange rates. There needed to be a realignment of global exchange rates with a somewhat lower dollar, a somewhat higher Chinese currency, and a somewhat higher euro in order to get trade to be more balanced. So they sort of want us to do it by a magic trick, not by lowering the dollar, and that doesn't make any sense.